Little battery condoms. So you can't zap yourself. But hey, that's not living, right? We'll save that for later.
Is the popcorn just for you, or you're gonna share it with everybody?
Anyone want some anime popcorn?
For popcorn, Jackson is here.
So hello, everybody.
Hi.
Notice they put it by the snack junkie.
Yeah. Now that awkward battery moment's out of the way, prevents some serious talking.
All right. Anyway.
So hey, what do? We self-moderate? Is that what's happening? Oh my God!
Let's self-moderate.
Yes, go ahead.
Awesome. Hi, my name's Kris Holden-Reid.
Hi, I'm
This is
Ksenia.
Ksenia.
Okay. All right. Sorry, we're a little out of practice.
We've never self-moderated before. This could be very messy. Are there children in the room? Well, she won't remember anything. Oh, I should go popcorn. So, well, since we're self-moderating, what should we do?
Well, what's your favorite color? Start it.
I don't really do green.
Green in the shape of a lovely, sexy woman.
Lovely, sexy woman. Not gangrene, though, because that's
Okay, got it.
a good, healthy green.
So, Kris Holden-Reid, tell us something we don't know about you.
That's evil. I grew up on a little farm. My best friend, I came from the city. So my parents bought this little hobby farm, and I'm an only child. And so they gave me a puppy named Kiri and a bow and arrow. And this is how my love of this fantasy genre started. I would start reading Dungeons and Dragons, and not Dungeons and Dragons, Dragonlance. I would play Dungeons and Dragons by myself. Which is actually pretty good. You can level up really quickly. And yeah, and I'd go out with my dog into the forest with a bow and arrow and shoot arrows at fake goblins. And wouldn't you know that all that pretending would lead to this? Now I play a werewolf on television. And well, the funny story about that is I was actually terrified of werewolves. I have two half-brothers from my father's previous marriage. And when I was about 8 years old, they were babysitting me. They sat me down and put on American Werewolf in London. I was 8. I never made it out of I didn't make it past the chase scene, so everything just lived in my imagination. And so that day, even as an 18-year-old young man on my farm, I would arm up, feed the horses. I would have a hatchet, a knife, what have you, you know. Yeah, you got in there and now I play one on TV, so a little irony. How about you, Ksenia?
Not bad.
What? Enough about me.
Never enough about you, right?
Right.
What
Tell us
about?
something about yourself
Oh,
that
that's
no one
not
here
fair.
knows. Really?
I can ask you, but you can't ask me. No, thank you. When I was little, I was like obsessed with snails. Like I would go in the forest and like try to save all the snails. There's video evidence of this. I don't know where this snail love came from, but yeah. I was also obsessed with bread from an early age. There was like videos of me like dancing at home and like doing pirouettes, and then I stop, and then I go, "Excuse me, do you have bread?" I'm like 3 years old, with like white curly hair. It's like the most bizarre thing. This little
So what were you saving the snails from?
from people stepping on them.
Oh, you were moving them out of the house?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought maybe it was a snail monster.
No, sorry. Bummer.
Coming this way.
Well,
Anyway.
on that note.
We're not going to do the Kris and Ksenia show. Should we open up some questions to you guys? Like, what do you guys want to know about?
Yeah.
There's a hand, thank God.
I actually just recently found out that you were the whole Russian heritage in the show is actually yours. It's not part of the show. And I was curious, did the show come to you, like the producers come to you about it, or did you kind of say something about it that you could work it into the show, or?
Yeah, no, Kenzie was never originally written as having a Russian background, but our lovely creator and producer Jay Firestone and our incredible team of writers sort of molded, once we started filming, sort of started molding Kenzie to me a little bit. So that's where that
Kind of
came
like
in.
improv it a little bit, like kind of throw it out there.
Yeah, I mean, not all the time. You know, credit is due to our writers for writing it in and giving me like Russian conversations with
Right.
Dimitri and yeah, and it was always very fun. And I wasn't used to speaking Russian on camera,
Right.
so it's interesting how your brain has to just completely rewire. So it was funny at first to see me do all those scenes because I was like, wait a minute, what language? Okay, hold on, I got this. Okay, roll the camera before I lose it. Okay, go. But it's been really nice to bring that in.
It's a nice little side to your character.
Yeah. Over there.
What storyline or creature would you guys like to bring into the show if you had the choice?
Well, Rick, he has this line where he walks in and he sees Bo and I having sex one time, and he goes, "Balls of a Minotaur!" I was like, hey, how's a Minotaur to go with those balls?
I second that notion.
This is really good, by the way. I can't eat all. I'm just gonna hand it around. Pass it along with share your role. Pass it around, honestly.
Otherwise, he will eat the whole
Yes,
thing.
Lily, sir.
I just wanted to say happy belated birthday, by the way.
Oh, thank you. That's very sweet of you. Thanks. Any Libras in the house? 2. All right, 3.
Wow, rare read.
How about the Leos?
Yeah.
All right.
We win. See, it's 5-on-3.
Oh, well, I'm a Libra.
I'm a Libra too.
What?
Wait,
There you
we
go,
lost
sorry.
that question.
We were spacing out.
Sorry, what
We've
was it?
asked you before, and you said you would, when it's over, you would like to take Geraldine, and we haven't asked Kris when,
Oh,
as
what?
it ends, is there something from the set or from the show
Yeah,
that you would like to?
well, we have ended, right? We're allowed to say that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone knows, right? Hannah
Yep,
made that
we all know.
that announcement. So I took a bunch of wardrobe and stuff because hey, why not? Clothes. But for memory's sake, I took Dyson's bracelet. And the funny story about that is when that bracelet was originally in the pilot, which we shot almost 6 years ago, and I hated it. I was like, this is ridiculous. I did. I was like, this looks like a bloody dog collar. Come on.
That's the point.
Yeah, I know. It's like, come on, we don't want to hit it on the head too much. Here's on my own canine. And so I talked to the wardrobe designer, and I was like, okay, well, we'll use it for this one, but I think he should have something more, like it was just something bought from a store, you know? It was like, he should have something that's more character, like a handmade sort of Celtic, sort of something character. And she was like, yeah, we'll do that. So season 1 goes by. Okay, the bracelet made it through season 1. How about for season 2? Yeah, absolutely. We'll make something really special. Yes. Season 2 comes by. There's the bracelet again. Season 3. Season 3? Yeah. Great. Really good new bracelet. No, same bracelet. So now, comes season 5, I was like, I'm wearing this goddamn bracelet. It's all busted up. It's missing whatever those rivets are in it. It has permanently scarred Ksenia solo on her back from the tango scene. Where it ripped across her back at one point. So yes, that bracelet now has a history, and it is part of. I'm going to put it.
My blood is on it. My tears and tango sweat
All
on
of
that
it's
bracelet.
True. I did wipe your tears away with it at one point. But yeah, so no, I'm going to put it in a little frame, and I'm going to say Dyson, R.I.P. Blah 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 these years, and I'm going to have a little hammer beside it and say break in case of movie deal. So we shall see. Right.
Literally the funniest thing you've ever said in 6 years, right?
Does it show very well on me, does it? Yeah, so that's that story. Yes?
For both of you, now that Lost Girl's basically over with, what do you guys, what can we look forward from you in the future? Movie-wise, or
Well,
TV show-wise, what can we look for you
We're
guys?
allowed to talk about that right now. Yours?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's announced. Well, Ksenia is already working on, Ksenia Solo is working on a fantastic AMC show called Turn,
Yeah,
where
I
she
saw
plays,
that. That's,
yeah,
I love that show.
and she plays a real American historical hero, feminine female hero. Heroine, thank you. By the name of Peggy
Shipping.
Shippen. Not a real heroic name,
Okay.
but can't argue with history.
Yeah. Can't argue. How about you, Holden-Reid?
Well, why don't you talk about Peggy Shippen? Come on.
Okay, fine.
It's your moment.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's so far been a wonderful experience. We shoot in Richmond, Virginia. It's a real like historical places, which is very cool. It's a nice departure from what I've been doing for many years. It's on the complete opposite end of the spectrum. And I've always wanted to do period, and it's really cool. So hopefully you guys tune in and like it. All right.
Yes,
that
we're
one's
kick-ass
over.
corsets.
I guess not much different from Kennedy. Okay. Although they're a little tighter, and it's hard to breathe or stand or walk. But I'm not complaining. It's fine.
Who needs breathing?
Who needs breathing? As long as you look good.
Digestion is highly overrated.
Yeah. No.
And right now, for me, I'm looking for the next thing. It's got to be the right one. It's got to be a good.
He's being humble. He's, everybody wants a piece of Kris Holden-Reid, but he's, as we all are being very selective and careful with what we do next, because, it's just a change, a time of change for all of us now.
And also, we're kind of all a little tired, so it's just like, well, yeah, she's a trooper. I kind of want to just take some time and take care of my home and my family a bit. What's up?
How would you like the show to actually end, and is that going to happen at all?
How would I like what?
How would you like the show to end? Like, for your character to be with Bo, not with Bo?
Look, red versus blue. You're going down, Obi-Wan. Yay. Where's that popcorn? You know what? That's a complicated question because there's a lot of relationships at stake. That's the thing about. That's the thing about law school. The relationships they've developed over 5 years, and it's a complicated little circle. So, one, I can't give anything away. But two, what I've liked about the show is that we've built a respect between Bo's character, Bo, Lauren, and Dyson, basically. And so I don't think it can be as simple as, well, I'm going to be with Bo, or Lauren's going to be with Bo. We have to really pay homage to the love and the things that the experience that these characters have gone through. So, however that gets reconciled, you'll have to stay tuned and see. Yeah.
If you two could
Tyler,
play,
what's up?
if you two could play any other kind of mythical creature other than a werewolf, what would it be?
By the way, Kyler runs a martial arts studio just one street over. I don't know if it's one street over, but go check it out. He's very buff and very talented, and if you want to learn how to kick butt, he's a man talking.
Thank you.
What's the name of your studio?
Kicking karate.
Kicking Karate. There you go. Mythical. What about you? Give me time to think.
This is what we
This
do on
is how we were.
Action. Why, hello, Dyson. Yes.
What are you talking about, Kenji? I don't know. I have this character that I sort of developed when it's mythical, but it has components of different things in it. It's like a bit of, well, it's more mutant than just mythical. You know? It's a bit of like Cable, a bit of Colossus, a bit of, I don't know who else, but basically it's a guy who can like manipulate metal at an atomic level, including his own physiology, so he can turn himself into metal, which means that he's immortal because he doesn't need to breathe and whatever like that. But he can also touch metal and shape it, kind of like Cable can do with technology. And so he'll like strap metal and he'll like make it like pure like titanium onto his arm, and then it'll drip off of his fingers into an atomically sharp sword that he can like basically lightsaber through any opponent. Oh, the good old days on the school bus.
I can't top that, so I'm not even gonna attempt to.
Nerd power.
I just want to play a superhero. What's like a good superhero for me? Just want to like kick some ass. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know, let's put this out to you guys. What is a good superhero for Ksenia?
Blonde black widow that came after Natasha.
Miss Marvel.
Yeah, Miss
What?
Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel.
Oh yeah.
You did good in that outfit.
All right, as long as I look good.
Miss Marvel.
Super strength and can fly and basically
Done.
female superhero. A
Done.
Superman.
That's my answer.
Superhero.
Harley Quinn.
Alright.
Which, you never heard of Witchblade?
Wait, which, yeah.
Witchblade? You
Yeah.
remember Witchblade?
Yeah.
Yeah, Witchblade. You'd be great as Witchblade. Yes. I'd love you in that.
All right, anyway, let's move on.
He's right, that'd be the perfect one.
Okay, I think Lost Girl was probably the
Witchblade.
first one of the sci-fi
Yeah.
shows to kind of push the boundaries of
Yeah.
the mature audiences only.
There's a lot of sex. I mean,
Yeah.
let's
Our lead has to have sex to survive.
Right. So I believe Lost Girl was the first one of the sci-fi shows to do that, right?
In the U.S.
In the U.S.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, and with that being said, how did that affect y'all's relationships as co-workers? Because I've heard it's really hard to keep a straight face sometimes when you're in those kind of scenes.
So we just basically, we have naked rehearsals, naked parties where we go out naked and you just get comfortable with each other being in the bath, and, you know.
Well, tell everyone about the famous scene that we were just telling someone about yesterday at dinner when, you know.
Oh, there's that one. There's a few famous.
I was
Wait a minute. Yes. Well, that one wasn't a sex scene though. That was just me.
That's true.
When I was captured by the Una-Men, and I was
Strung up.
and Ksenia.
And poor Ksenia.
Hey, I was clean, okay?
Had to rub Kris Holden-Reid's behind with a sponge and a lot of Vaseline.
Vaseline. That was
Something.
glycerin, okay?
Then when I had to like lick your face,
There was a
that
little face licking. Yeah.
was that awkward?
Would it be wrong if I said no?
It was awkward for me, so.
Yeah, I didn't like it either. Who would want to say they so on top of them looking in their face? So inappropriate.
No, but you've had like 5 million love scenes with
I think that's a
Miss-
slight exaggeration.
with Miss
But-
Nina Silk. Is it at this point, or you guys are just? It's like nothing.
No, I mean, well, Bo doesn't get busy with Dyson much anymore, yo.
Well, that's
I think the worst was in the pilot episode. It was Anna's birthday, and we had only known each other for about 48 hours. Yeah, and it was like all of a sudden we're doing that sex scene, which is the pilot episode is aired as episode 8 in the first season. So it's the one where she comes in, she's like, it's an amazing sequence. She comes up the elevator, she's bleeding, she stumbles down the hall, she opens the door, and I'm like, I'm busy. She's like, come on, one more time. Come on in, let's make a mess. So we smash around, and then the scene where we're on the bed together, it was choreographed that it starts with me on top. It's a side shot like this, and the whole thing was her neck was supposed to be cut, and we roll over. She's on top of me. We keep going, and when we roll back, her neck is healed. But what you didn't know is that so we're like this, right? And I'm down. She's beneath me, and I'm on my hands and knees, and I'm naked, except for like the little vanity pack that you and I'm trying to cover up her bits, because that's really the guy's job. Make sure nothing's shown. So I'm sitting there naked, on my hands and knees, and I look behind me, and there's all of Video Village. All the producers, with no barrier between my exposed bumhole and them. And I just thought to myself, oh God. What am I doing with my life? Can we get a flag? Can you flag my butt? Please? You know, I'm a pretty skinny guy, so like when you bend over, everything shows.
Okay, let's move on. I'm officially calling a timeout.
So yeah, that's the glamour of the sex scene in real life. It's like, please God, just get this over with.
Oh yeah, because it must be tragic.
In the back, please.
What is each of you's respective favorite moment, either on scene or off during this whole time?
Oh God, there's no room for favorites. There's been like so many moments.
Okay.
But we can give you some.
I would say the tango for me was just like
that
epic.
Amazing. That was an amazing episode.
Just from what we physically had to go through, our sort of feeling like we couldn't do something like that, and then coming together and working hard, and we didn't have much time, and it was all so chaotic and crazy, and we would like work on set and run to rehearsals, and you know, and it's very hard to do a dance from start to finish. How long was it? Was it a minute or 2 minutes or
more like
4 minutes? Start to finish, which is pretty rare for like a television shoot for something like this, because usually you do one part, you stop, then you change the camera angle. We did it, you know.
We did it top to bottom every time.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, a real testament to Ksenia, because Casey and I basically, we show up and we stand there and she dances around us. We lift her up every once in a while.
No,
but like most of that choreography was you. And so she would work, we rehearsed for 3 weeks. And
not 3 weeks.
2.5? No, we had 3. Long enough for her to have gone through 2 sets of blisters on her feet.
Oh, not only that, but we won't get into it.
Yeah, there was blood. There was plenty of bloodshed.
I'm gonna say there may or may not be a behind the scenes movie that yours truly has made about the process of the tango and our rehearsals leading up to us filming it. So it's in a secret vault, but you're hearing it here first, Tyler, Texas. So
Ksenia's thinking about perhaps doing it as a charity thing where people can, we'll post it on Vimeo for like 99 cents, and whatever goes to watch it, and then whatever that goes towards.
my anti-bullying foundation, Stand for the Silent. So it's in the works,
It's
but
in the works.
just letting you know.
And it's really good. It brought tears to my eyes.
On the solo, I will say that all the work you put into it worked out beautifully, because whenever I watched you in that tango, it was awesome.
Thank you. That's very sweet. It was a team effort. And sorry, and just going back to your question, it was such an accomplishment for us, and it really brought us closer together. And I'm so proud of these guys. And so for me, that I think that was my, favorite, one of the favorites, if not the favorite sort of experience of all your years.
I don't know. I mean, whenever someone asks this question, I always kind of go chronologically. I'll go back to like the pilot, where like even you and I, before that final scene where we run in and confront Vex, we're, you know, Anna and Paul are doing their thing. She's got the Siricon pointed at us or whatever they're fighting. Meanwhile, in the background, offset, waiting to come in is Ksenia with Geraldine, and we're just like. And I just remember at that moment we both bonded. We're like, yeah, we're gonna be okay. we're gonna be good. Yeah, there's just been so many great moments where you know either we've bonded through the story or personally. You know, season 2 was an epic season. It was 10.5 months of filming, and we, you know, there was sickness, there was injuries, there was horrendous hours. That was the hardest season for us. We were often pulling 18-hour days, and that just destroys you. So you know, those kind of moments are also great bonding when you're just like, you gotta get it
You're
done.
delusional. It's like 3 in the morning. It's the middle of winter. We're outside, like freezing our asses off. We're sick as dogs, and we're just like, well.
And you're just trying to help each other out.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Anyway, Batgirl.
I was gonna ask, Dyson and Kinsey, they have a brother-sister relationship going on in the show. How did it feel all of a sudden when you guys got the script from the episode where all of a sudden they were lovers in a way? What do you think?
Lovers in the dangerous time.
We just sang the whole time. Wow.
Yeah. You can see why we're actors. I was like, yeah, I'm fine.
He said that about all the girls. Don't be fooled. It was weird. It was weird.
It was totally
we were like on a different show.
Yeah, it was. That first episode was a different show.
Yeah.
Bo wasn't even there, so it was like, okay, let's make a tango show. You be this guy, and I'll be this one. Yeah, so it was a total.
I think it was weird for everybody. Like even our, you know, our writers sort of just when we were blocking that scene where we kissed, everyone just sort of